All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Heartland Championship Wrestling here on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. My name is Dave Little, and I am proud to be here in the Dave Cave broadcasting tonight's action from the Atlantic Wrestling Federation, coming to you from the Dothan Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina. And it has been an exciting night so far. And it's going to be an action-packed evening here on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. Our main event tonight will be for the Atlantic Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship, as the champions, the Road Warriors, dominant champions, defend against the Wild-Eyed Southern Boys team of Tommy Rich and TRACY SMOTHERS. Now we've already seen some very interesting events happen here tonight. You may wonder why Barry Horowitz is on your screen. Barry Horowitz made his debut here in the Atlantic Wrestling Federation tonight, and we have already seen a title change. Believe it or not, Barry Horowitz came out at the beginning of the show and put himself over as the greatest wrestler on the planet and said he was ready to take on anybody, when he was confronted by this man, making his Atlantic Wrestling Federation debut, Ernie the Big Cat Ladd. Ernie Ladd made his debut and beat down Barry Horowitz and pinned him cleanly in the center of the ring. Horowitz complained that he wasn't ready and that he wasn't, Ernie Ladd jumped him from behind and he demanded a rematch. Ernie Ladd was with Jerry Valiant, and Ladd and Valiant left the ring. But before Barry Horowitz made his exit, he was approached by ravishing Rick Rude. Rick Rude, at the beginning of the night, held both the Atlantic Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship and the Dixie Heavyweight Championship. And Rude was accompanied by SoCal Val, and he told Barry Horowitz that he liked his style, and Rude just gave Barry Horowitz the Dixie Heavyweight Wrestling Championship title. So Barry Horowitz is now the rightful Dixie Heavyweight Championship. Unfortunately for Horowitz, he had already issued the challenge for a rematch against Ernie Ladd. So Barry Horowitz's first title defense of the Dixie Heavyweight Championship will be against Ernie the Big Cat Ladd, and the results of that may not be pretty. So that was our excitement to open the show. We then saw Diamond Dallas Page with a victory over Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Ivan and Nikita Koloff were victorious in tag team action with a big win over the debuting tag team of King Kong Bundy and Ron Garvin. Ron Garvin, the Hands of Stone, and of course King Kong Bundy, the world's largest Stratomatic player. Then we saw Sting, the dynamic surfer from the West Coast, get an exciting win over Ox Baker. And in our last contest, it was very closely contested as Curt Hennig scored a narrow victory over Barry Windham using the Hennigplex. And that brings us to our televised action for the night. And as we get started with our first televised matchup, I would like to say good evening to Thomas Morgan in the chat room, dedicated fan of Heartland Championship Wrestling. Welcome, as always, to this evening's broadcast. In the ring now, we will have tag team action, as the team of Bob and Brad Armstrong, the Armstrong family, will take on the powerhouse duo of Big John Studd and Ken Patera, managed by this man, Bobby the Brain Heenan. This match does have championship implications. The winner of this match will earn a number one contenders match. So whoever wins this battle tonight will be one step away from a shot at the Road Warriors. And Bobby Heenan in particular has been very vocal about his desire to get his hands on the team he calls the Pipsqueaks, Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors. And tonight, Studd and Patera are in the ring with the opportunity to move one step closer towards a shot at the titles. So we have the referee in the ring calling for the bell, and it will be the Bullet, Bob Armstrong, starting things off for the Armstrongs against Big John Studd as we prepare the ring for tonight's opening televised matchup. And now we have got everything set to go. And here we go. The opening initiative roll is tied, and that's going to take us to the Face to the Mat Highlight Center booklet. For tag team competition, it will be a roll for Bob Armstrong. And on a roll of 3-5, is Bob Armstrong mean? No, he is not mean. He is the babyface in this match, which means that he gets hit with an object by the opponent's partner. So it is Ken PATERA from ringside who strikes Bullet Bob Armstrong with a weight belt before the beginning of this matchup, and Team Heenan is in control from the start. Big John Studd in control, and he goes immediately with a whip to the turnbuckle. And as Bullet Bob Armstrong comes off the turnbuckle, he lands into an incredible neck-breaking clothesline from Big John Studd, and down goes Bob Armstrong. Studd immediately in control. He is going to go for the throat drop. That does require a choice roll. Choice C, so on a roll of 7 or lower, he will complete this. Oh, but on a roll of 9, Bullet Bob Armstrong gets out of that one. And it is Bob Armstrong with a series of punches that sends John Studd backpedaling. Studd thinks about a tag, but he stays in the ring. And it is Armstrong now catching a headlock and a punch to the side of the head. Studd still in the ring as Armstrong now hits him with a brutal knee lift. And that staggers Big John Studd. In comes Brad Armstrong to the ring. We're going to see a double team attempt. And on a roll of 5, it is a bone-crunching double clothesline from the Armstrongs that puts Big John Studd down to the canvas. Brad Armstrong now in the ring. And Brad with another knee lift, punishing Big John Studd. And Studd rolls out of the ring and takes a powder. What's going to happen at ringside? Oh, on a roll of 4, that's going to be good for Big John Studd. Actually, it is a brawl between both men, Armstrong and Big John Studd, brawling on the arena floor. This could be a disqualification. Brad Armstrong will not be disqualified. Big John Studd may be disqualified. And no, he will not be disqualified. They're going to let it go. And on a roll of 1, it is Armstrong who gets the best of the brawl. And back in the ring, Armstrong knocks Big John Studd down with a Russian leg sweep. He tries for the pinfall, count of 1. And Studd kicks out. Oh, fast and furious action from Brad Armstrong here to start things off against Big John Studd. Bobby Heenan shouting his encouragement from ringside. Oh, as Armstrong goes for a second Russian leg sweep. Big John Studd is down but kicks out again on the count of 2. And we're going to see another Armstrong double team. On a roll of 8, they hoist Big John Studd off of the ropes and nail him with an awesome double neck breaker. Down goes Studd hard again, and he is struggling at the beginning of this contest. Bullet Bob now in control. Bullet Bob is going to try for the vertical suplex. Didn't get all of that one, as Big John Studd weighs in at over 360 pounds. So Bob Armstrong is going to go back to the headlock and another punch to the side of the head. Armstrong now with a whip to the ropes. Studd comes off the ropes, and on a roll of 8, it is a running back elbow from Bullet Bob Armstrong that sends Big John Studd reeling. Rough going for Studd at the beginning of this match. Now here's another whip to the ropes. And this time on a roll of 6, Armstrong drops down. Studd comes off the ropes on the opposite side. Armstrong drops down again. And finally on a roll of 3, Bullet Bob Armstrong was slow getting to his feet that time. Studd picks him up and slams him down to the canvas hard with a giant body slam. And that shakes the ring as Bullet Bob Armstrong is shaken. Studd now hits Armstrong with a clubbing forearm. Armstrong fires back with a series of punches. And finally, Big John Studd makes it to friendly territory and tags in Ken PATERA to this match for the first time. Bob Armstrong having words with Ken PATERA after PATERA hit him with a weight belt before the match even started. And it is going to be Armstrong who is captured by by Ken PATERA and taken over to the top rope, just choked down on that top rope. Armstrong tries to fire back. Fireman's carry takeover. PATERA quickly to his feet. Another fireman's carry. And this time PATERA is down and Armstrong is on him with a series of karate chops. Some martial arts action from Bob Armstrong, as he is a house of fire here to get this match started. Here's a cross body block attempt from Bullet Bob Armstrong. And on a roll of 7, he nails it. Ken PATERA is down. Armstrong goes for a vertical suplex, and over and down hard to the canvas is Ken PATERA. Here comes Brad Armstrong into the ring, fresh man on the tag. And it is Brad with a headlock takedown. PATERA back to his feet, and it is PATERA with a hard clothesline in the corner. And that shakes Brad Armstrong. And PATERA with a whip to the turnbuckle. And on a roll of 6, Armstrong grabs the arm of PATERA and whips PATERA into the turnbuckle. But oh, PATERA comes off the turnbuckle, and as Armstrong charges in, it is a knee to the head from PATERA that stuns Brad Armstrong, sending him backwards. PATERA now whipped to the ropes. Armstrong comes off the ropes. And on a roll of 6, it is a flying shoulder tackle from Armstrong that puts PATERA down to the canvas. Bobby Heenan again shouting his encouragement. Armstrong with a clothesline. That's not going to do any damage to the thick neck of PATERA, as PATERA catches Armstrong in a chin lock and takes him over and down to the canvas. PATERA now goes to the second rope and comes down hard with a knee drop. That stuns Brad Armstrong, and Brad Armstrong is down. PATERA got all of that big knee drop, and now it is going to be PATERA who pitches Brad Armstrong out of the ring. Armstrong out of the ring. And on a roll of 10, it is PATERA who comes out, and he's going to give Brad Armstrong a whooping with that weight belt. Possible disqualification? No, the referee's going to let it go, as both Armstrongs have felt the sting of the weight belt from Ken PATERA. What's going to happen now? Here's the bear hug. Action back into the ring, and PATERA with the bear hug on Brad Armstrong. Can he force the submission? The arm drops once, the arm drops twice. Bob Armstrong is going to have to try for the pin save, or in this case, the save on the submission. And Bob Armstrong hits the ring. And we're going to go to the outside interference charge. And on a roll of 5, Bob Armstrong attacks PATERA with a deadly specialty move. This may be a disqualification. And on a roll of 6 or lower, we're going to see the DQ. But oh, on a roll of 7, the referee lets it go. Brad Armstrong has been injured, or shaken up as a result of that bear hug. Bob Armstrong makes the cover. The referee will not count that pinfall, but as a result of the deadly specialty move, PATERA takes a point of fatigue, and now both men are down. Who will be first to get back to their feet? Heenan is going to shout his encouragement, as Armstrong is the first to get to his feet. Armstrong goes for the shoulder tackle and a whip to the ropes. PATERA comes off the ropes, and oh, on a count of 12, it is a missile dropkick from Brad Armstrong that takes PATERA down hard to the canvas. PATERA is stunned. Armstrong is going to go up top for the death jump. And on a roll of 8, he nails a flying shoulder tackle off of the top turnbuckle. PATERA still down. We're going to see some double teaming from the Armstrongs as Bob tags into the ring. And oh, on a roll of 4, it is a devastating double team move, a double drop kick from the Armstrongs, and that is going to add another point of fatigue to Ken PATERA. PATERA is down. Armstrong, let's see, need to take one of the pin saves away. Bob Armstrong now is going to go for the pitch out of the ring. I don't know if that's the best idea, but Armstrong throws PATERA out of the ring. Action continues on the arena floor. And it is another wild brawl. We may see a double disqualification here. No disqualification for Armstrong. No disqualification for PATERA. And this time on a roll of 4, it is PATERA who wins the brawl on the arena floor. And PATERA is going to go for the full Nelson. PATERA cinches in the full Nelson. He's going to go for the swinging full Nelson now. And Bob Armstrong is not going to be able to be forced to submit. On a roll of 8, he's able to escape that, but Bob Armstrong is in big trouble now. PATERA in control after that swinging full Nelson. Here's the bear hug, further weakening Bob Armstrong. Armstrong at the mercy of the strongest human being in the world, Ken PATERA. PATERA with a knee drop off the second rope. Armstrong still stunned. PATERA follows up with a high body slam, and down goes Bullet Bob Armstrong to the canvas hard. The world belongs to Ken PATERA right now, and once again he is going to go for the full Nelson. The full Nelson has once again been applied. Here's a count of 1, and Armstrong again is able to get to the ropes, but he is running out of steam here quickly. Big John Studd now is in the ring. Double team action from Team Heenan. And it is a double body slam on Bullet Bob Armstrong that costs him another point of fatigue. Bobby Heenan at ringside is ecstatic. And Big John Studd now is in control. What's he going to do? Double underhook suplex, and down hard again goes Bob Armstrong. Big John Studd whipped to the ropes. Off comes Bob Armstrong, and a running back elbow from Studd puts Bob Armstrong back down to the canvas again. Here's another whip to the ropes. And on a roll of 5, this time it is Bob Armstrong with the shoulder tackle. That staggers Big John Studd. Can Bob Armstrong follow up on that? He tries for the head scissors, but Studd swats him away. That's a power move, and Big John Studd is by far the more powerful of these two men. Studd now with a clubbing forearm to Bob Armstrong. Armstrong fires back and whips Big John Studd into the corner and slams the head of Big John Studd off of the turnbuckle. Studd's not happy about that. Studd fires back with a headbutt. Back and forth we go. Armstrong with a whip to the turnbuckle. Big John Studd comes off the turnbuckle. Armstrong charges in, and it's a big knee from Big John Studd to the side of the head of Armstrong. Once again, Bob Armstrong is stunned. And Studd is going to tag out PATERA after that very intense exchange. Here comes PATERA. PATERA with a whip to the ropes. Roll of 11. And that's a big specialty move from PATERA. A big side body slam, and down hard goes Bob Armstrong, and he is down once again. PATERA, can he get the finisher? He is going to pitch Bob Armstrong out of the ring once again. And on a roll of 6, that's the best man win rolls. And Armstrong and PATERA both B-rated wrestlers outside the ring, so PATERA keeps in control. And it is PATERA now who's going to go for the death jump. Bob Armstrong is injured as PATERA goes to the top turnbuckle, and on a roll of 8, it is a flying clothesline from PATERA that again takes Bob Armstrong down to the canvas. Bob Armstrong desperate to get out of the ring. Brad Armstrong desperate to make the tag as the Heenan family stays in control. And now it is the full Nelson once again. Brad is going to have to come in for the pin save on this situation, but he is cut off by Big John Studd. And on a roll of 8 or lower, Bullet Bob Armstrong is going to have to give it up. And on a roll of 8, he gives it up. Bob Armstrong forced to submit to the full Nelson of Ken PATERA. But the Armstrongs put on a very good battle here tonight before Bob Armstrong is forced to submit to the full Nelson from Ken PATERA. Bobby Heenan is ecstatic at ringside as his men are one step closer to a shot at the Atlantic Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship. Good match here to start things off, as both teams really went at it quite hard. Very competitive match, but the Armstrongs come up short, as your winners tonight in our opening televised contest are the team of Big John Studd and Ken Patera. All right, once again, we'll visit the chat room. Thomas Morgan, as always, weighing in with his opinions. It's great to have engaged fans like Thomas here at the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. Also, a big hello to Captain Carl, who says, "Good evening, Mr. Little and Thomas Morgan." Thank you, Captain Carl, for stopping by. Our next contest is scheduled for one fall, and this is a #1 contenders match for the Atlantic Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship. The winner of this match will move on to face Rick Rude for the championship. It will be the American Dream Dusty Rhodes facing off against the Magnificent One Don MURACO. Rhodes and MURACO squaring off with a title shot on the line. As we get ready for action, the referee calls for the bell, and it is Dusty Rhodes who wins the opening initiative role. Rhodes is going to go for the standing ankle twist, but that's a power move, and MURACO is too strong for that. Rhodes tried to take MURACO down to the canvas after the opening lockup, but MURACO is the stronger of the two men, and in a magnificent show of strength, Don MURACO picks up Dusty Rhodes over his shoulder and slams him down with a backbreaker. What a power move by Don MURACO off the opening tie-up, and it is going to be MURACO pitching Dusty Rhodes out of the ring, and here we go right from the start. Both these men love to mix it up outside the ring, and on the opening encounter, it is Rhodes who wins the brawl at ringside, grabbing MURACO and smashing him into the steel ring post. Will we see a disqualification here? No, we will not. But it is Dusty Rhodes with a head to the steel ring post in control here. Rhodes is going to go up top. No, he thinks better of that, and instead he is going to go for the drop kick. Rhodes with a drop kick on MURACO. MURACO to his feet. Rhodes with a whip to the turnbuckle. MURACO comes off the turnbuckle, and on a roll of 8, it is a big kick from Rhodes that stuns MURACO. Rhodes now whips MURACO to the opposite turnbuckle. This time on a roll of 10, it is a big specialty move. It's the bionic elbow from Dusty Rhodes, nailing Don MURACO, and MURACO goes down. And here is Rhodes going for the figure 4 leg lock early in the match. Will we see a submission here? No, we will not, as MURACO is quick to get over the ropes and force the referee to interrupt the count. And with that, we'll say hello to Bleacher Brums Gaming. Nice matchup here between the Dream and the Magnificent One. Indeed it is, and the stakes are high. As Rhodes moves in and he picks up MURACO for the Stardust Piledriver and bounces the head of MURACO off the canvas. MURACO is hurt. Slow to get to his feet as Rhodes picks him up for a high vertical suplex, and down to the canvas hard goes MURACO. Rhodes still in control. He is going to go for the flip, flop, and fly, that flying elbow off the ropes. And he's going to go for the cover. Count of 1. And MURACO manages to get the right shoulder up and out of there before the referee can make it to the 2 count. But Rhodes is firmly in control. He's going to go once again to the whip to the turnbuckle. MURACO not a solid performer coming off the turnbuckle, and once again it is a big kick from Rhodes. It staggers MURACO and sends him reeling backwards. Rhodes now nails him with the bionic elbow. Big bionic elbow from Dusty Rhodes, and that is another point of fatigue on MURACO. Rhodes still in control, takes MURACO down to the canvas and locks up the knee, trying to soften up that knee for a potential figure 4 leg lock. Rhodes continues to work the knee. Rhodes now is with another whip to the turnbuckle, and on a roll of 10, it is a big specialty move, another flying elbow smash at the turnbuckle by Rhodes, and he nails MURACO and forces MURACO back up into the corner, and MURACO now is down. And it's going to be Rhodes who pitches MURACO out of the ring. Here we go again. And on a roll of 7, it is Rhodes in control. And Rhodes is now going to go for the big elbow drop off the second turnbuckle as MURACO slides back into the ring. Rhodes with the elbow drop. Here's a cover. Oh, but on a roll of 11, MURACO kicks out. MURACO is in rough shape here as Rhodes is in control. And Rhodes is going to pitch MURACO out of the ring yet again. Out of the ring we go, and MURACO this time is going to be forced to take a breather and crawl back into the ring to beat the 10 count. Rhodes is still in control. And oh, another big elbow drop from Rhodes. He goes for the cover. The pin roll is 7 or lower, but on a roll of 10, MURACO kicks out. MURACO showing great resiliency, but not a lot of offense. And out of the ring we go yet again. And on a roll of 8, we will not see any shenanigans quite yet. But this time it is a brawl at ringside. And on a roll of 4, where's my out of the ring chart? On a roll of 4, it is MURACO who grabs Dusty Rhodes by the leg and slams the leg of Dusty Rhodes into the ring apron. MURACO finally with a chance to get some offense going. MURACO drops Rhodes with a neck breaker. Back into the ring now. MURACO hobbling on that injured leg. He's going to try for the vertical suplex. He gets Rhodes up and down. He didn't get all of that one though. And Rhodes gets to his feet. MURACO with a whip to the ropes. Coming off the ropes, MURACO drops down. Rhodes comes off the ropes from the opposite direction, and on a roll of 10, it is a double clothesline, and both men go down. Oh my goodness. MURACO first to his feet, and MURACO with a chance now to do some damage. Neckbreaker from MURACO puts Rhodes back down to the canvas. MURACO desperately trying to rally. MURACO with a high vertical suplex. Rhodes slowly back to his feet. MURACO slow to follow up. Here's another whip to the ropes. And this time on a roll of 3, it is Dusty Rhodes who comes off the ropes and nails MURACO with a stiff elbow shot to the head. MURACO is down once again. And Rhodes goes to the sleeper. Rhodes with the sleeper. MURACO is staggering. He makes his way quickly to the corner, forcing the sleeper hold to be broken. Rhodes still in control. Hits him with a drop kick. Didn't get all of that one. MURACO comes back and picks up Rhodes and pounds him down with a shoulder breaker. Both men are down. Rhodes gets to his feet first as he is the fresher man. He is going to do a little strutting. The American Dream strut around the ring. MURACO is not happy about that as Rhodes is taunting, and MURACO just catches Rhodes with a knee to the gut, picks him up high and down to the canvas hard with a vertical suplex. And this time it is Rhodes who is going to take a powder and leave the ring. And on a roll of 4, it is Dusty Rhodes who grabs MURACO by the leg, pulls MURACO out of the ring, and clotheslines MURACO down hard to the arena floor. Rhodes not letting up. He is relentless. Back in the ring, it's the Stardust pile driver, and down goes MURACO. MURACO slow to get to his feet. Rhodes again with a whip to the turnbuckle. On a roll of 5, it is a reversal. MURACO grabs the arm of Rhodes, reverses that, and sends Rhodes into the turnbuckle. And this time Rhodes comes off and MURACO nails him with a knee to the head. MURACO with a knee to the head. He is in control. And he goes for a rolling neck snap. This is a choice roll. And he needs a 6 or lower to hit this rolling neck snap. And on a roll of 8, Dusty Rhodes dodges that one. And it is Rhodes who comes back with a vertical suplex and takes MURACO back down to the canvas. Rhodes is in control. MURACO showing great resiliency. Rhodes fires back with a drop kick. Didn't get all of that one. Rhodes comes back, and it is going to be a whip to the turnbuckle from MURACO. Rhodes comes off the turnbuckle, and oh! MURACO charges the turnbuckle and misses as he hits the ring post hard, and Dusty Rhodes now is in control. MURACO is hurt. Dusty Rhodes now goes to that flying elbow drop again, and MURACO stays down. And now Dusty Rhodes is going to go for a vertical suplex. MURACO to his feet. MURACO showing great resilience. Hamstring stretch as MURACO now starts to work the leg. MURACO now with a falling face slam, and down to the mat hard goes Dusty Rhodes. And Rhodes stays down. What's MURACO going to do here? He is going to go for a falling elbow drop. Rhodes gets out of the way of that one, and Rhodes comes back and tries for the scoop slam. MURACO dodges the scoop slam. Excellent counter wrestling by both men, and this time it is MURACO with a high vertical suplex, and down hard to the canvas goes Dusty. MURACO to his feet, Rhodes to his feet. MURACO now with another over-the-shoulder backbreaker, and this time Rhodes hits hard. And Rhodes goes down and stays down. What's MURACO going to do? MURACO is going to pitch Rhodes out of the ring yet again. And it is a wild brawl at ringside. We may see a double disqualification here. Rhodes will not be disqualified. MURACO on a roll of 4 and then 8 will not be disqualified. Who's going to win the brawl? On a roll of 2, MURACO wins the brawl. And it is MURACO with a choke on the ropes. MURACO with an over-the-shoulder backbreaker again, and Rhodes goes down again and stays down. What a show of resiliency and power. And now it's the Asiatic spike. That taped thumb to the throat. And Dusty Rhodes is staggered by that one. That's going to cost him the point of fatigue. Rhodes staggering to his feet, disoriented, coughing after the Asiatic spike. Here's another vertical suplex. Rhodes goes down. Rhodes back up. Falling elbow drop from MURACO. Rhodes firing back. Rhodes grabs a headlock and punches MURACO to the side of the head. Whip to the ropes. And Dusty Rhodes hits MURACO with the running elbow that takes MURACO back down to the canvas. And Rhodes is going to go back to that knee joint scissor lock. Trying to do some more damage to that injured leg of MURACO. Another whip to the ropes. And on a roll of 9, that is the big shoulder tackle. And MURACO is the more powerful of the two men, so he wins the big shoulder tackle. And it is MURACO in control. MURACO whip to the ropes. And on a roll of B7, it is a running back elbow from MURACO that puts Rhodes back down onto the canvas. MURACO is going to try that rolling neck snap again. That's a choice roll. And this time on a roll of 6, he hits it. Rhodes is hurt. MURACO is going to go for that one again. He puts a little more stank on this one. And oh, he misses that one as Rhodes dodges out of the way and comes back with a drop kick. MURACO is staggered. Rhodes with another flip, flop, and fly. Elbow drop to MURACO. MURACO is down. And here goes the figure 4 leg lock. Rhodes gets the figure 4. And on a roll of 9 or lower, MURACO will be forced to give it up. And on a roll of 10, MURACO manages to make his way to the ropes. Oh my goodness, the match continues. MURACO in big trouble here, but still maintaining and not willing to submit. This time it's going to be the big elbow from Dusty. He's going to go for the cover. The pin roll is 9 or lower, and on a roll of 4, he gets the 3 count. Dusty Rhodes with the elbow drop gets the victory over Don MURACO, but it was a tough match as Don MURACO endured 7 fatigue tokens to only 1 for Dusty Rhodes. Dusty dominated that contest, but MURACO showed great stick-to-itiveness before finally being pinned by the falling elbow drop from Dusty Rhodes. Your winner and now the #1 contender to Rick Rude for the Atlantic Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship is Dusty Rhodes. It will be Rick Rude against Dusty Rhodes with the title on the line, and I am looking forward to that one. All right, I'll take a breather here and spend some time in the chat room. After further review with Steve, Tower is here. My man Steve, welcome to Heartland Championship Wrestling. Captain Carl, welcome again. And Al, Red Sox fan, is in the chat room. And Al, I am glad you're here because I tell you, man, I have been spending way too much time on YouTube. And here's how I know. I was asleep last night and I had a dream. And it was one of these typical dreams. One of my recurring themes in a dream is where I get lost. And so I was in a dream, and I was supposed to be going to some wedding of some sort. And I couldn't find my way to this wedding. And in the middle of my looking for this wedding, I hear the voice of Al, Red Sox fan, coming into my dream saying, "And Dave Little is here, and he is lost, and he cannot find his way to the wedding." So, my goodness, Al, Red Sox fan, and his YouTube channel have even made its way into my dreams, as Al Red Sox there was there to announce to the world that I was lost and I could not find my way to this wedding. So, Al, you're now, I guess, the man of my dreams, believe it or not, as we get prepared for the main event of the evening for the Atlantic Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship. Here are your champions, the Awesome Road Warriors, accompanied by Paul Ellering. And they will have a tough contest tonight against the team known as the Wild-Eyed Southern Boys, Tracy Smothers and Wildfire Tommy Rich. And we are going to see some exciting action here tonight in our main event. All right, we've got the ring ready for everything. And Al Red Sox, I never did make it to the wedding, Al Red Sox fan. I was so shocked by the voice of Al Red Sox fan and his YouTube channel coming through in my dream that I woke up and couldn't quit laughing for about the first half hour. All right, here we go, fans. The referee calls for the bell, and we are ready for our main event of the evening. It will be Road Warrior Hawk starting things off against Tracy Smothers in this contest, with the tag team titles on the line. And it is Tracy Smothers who wins the opening initiative role, and he is going to go with a whip to the ropes. Hawk comes off the ropes, and on a roll of 8, it is a flying back elbow smash by Tracy Smothers that takes Hawk down to the mat. Smothers now uppercut back elbow. Hawk is stunned, but he makes the tag to Animal, and in comes the big man, Animal. 285-pounder out of Chicago. Animal grabs a front face lock on Smothers and takes Smothers down to his knees. Animal picks him up and scoop slams him down to the canvas hard. Smothers is down. Animal, the big man, showing his power. And now the jumping elbow drop from Animal stuns Tracy Smothers. Animal's going to go for the pin, but Smothers kicks out of that one right away. Animal making a statement and asserting his power in the opening moments of this match. And now it's another power slam from Animal. And he's going to make the cover again. Count of 1. Count of 2. Tommy Rich is going to have to try and break up the pinfall. And on a count of 3, Rich hits the ring. And we go to the outside interference chart. That's going to cost Tracy Smothers another point of fatigue. And on the outside interference chart on a roll of 4, it is a deadly specialty move from Tommy Wildfire Rich. He comes into the ring and nails Animal with a running knee smash. This could be a disqualification. No, there will not be a disqualification. But Animal goes down. Smothers rolls over on top. He makes the cover, and Animal has to kick out of the pinfall attempt. So a big move by Tommy Rich as he comes in. That costs the Southern Boys one of their pin save attempts. But Smothers is now in control. And he's going to hit the jawjacker. Tracy Smothers hits the jawjacker finisher on Animal. Here's a cover. Animal kicks out of that one with authority. Animal is not happy with that. Smothers tags out to Tommy Rich. And Tommy comes in and is going to go for the fist drop. He hits the fist drop on Animal. Animal still down. He cannot get over to make the tag, as the Southern Boys now have the momentum. Tommy Rich picks up Animal for the pile driver, and oh, Animal just gets right back up to his feet. Animal no-sells the pile driver. Tommy Rich goes with a headlock takeover, takes Animal back down to the canvas, but Animal once again right to his feet, and he picks up Tommy Rich with a power slam and slams him down to the canvas. Oh my goodness, Animal just power slammed Rich to the mat brutally, and Animal makes the tag and gets out of the ring. Animal took some big moves there, but he fired back. And he tags Hawk into the ring, and Hawk is now in control. Hawk now with a high vertical suplex, taking Rich back down to the canvas. As Big Clue has joined us in the chat room. Welcome. Here's a whip to the ropes. Rich comes off the ropes, and on a roll of 8, it is a running back elbow from Hawk that nails Tommy Rich and takes Rich back down to the mat. Hawk now with a jumping fist drop and nails Rich again. Hawk follows that up with a gorilla press slam, and he makes the cover, but Tommy Rich is way too fresh to be pinned on an easy move like that this early in the contest. Hawk in control now. Goes for the death jump. Hawk is going to go to the top turnbuckle. Hawk was actually a pretty good big man in the air. Oh, but on a roll of 5, it is Tommy Rich who gets to his feet first. Grabs Hawk on the top turnbuckle and throws him down to the canvas hard. Rich now in control. Rich goes with the pile driver. Rich makes the cover, and Hawk kicks out. But now all 4 men have taken damage in this championship match, and it has turned into a very competitive situation here. Tommy Rich now with another pile driver. Hawk slow to get to his feet. Rich grabs a headlock, takes him over. Hawk counters and shoves Rich into the corner as he gets to his feet and just starts pummeling Rich in the corner with a series of forearms. Oh, but Tommy Rich powers his way out of the corner and grabs the arm of Hawk and rolls him over into a wrist lock. Rich trying to slow things down. What's Hawk going to do? Oh, Hawk just reaches up and gouges the eyes of Tommy Rich. And the referee has given Hawk a lecture here, but Tommy Rich has been staggered by the eye gouge from Hawk. And Hawk now is going to whip Tommy Rich into the ropes yet again. Off the ropes now, it is Tommy Rich who is going to get the advantage. And he grabs Hawk in a back body. Hawk goes down for the back body drop, but Rich comes off the ropes and nails Hawk with a knee drop, or excuse me, a running knee lift. It takes Hawk back down to the canvas. Rich now with a fist drop. Hawk is still hurt. Rich comes back with another wrist lock. Can Hawk get out and make the tag? Yes, he does. Hawk makes the tag. And Animal comes back into the ring as the fresh man. Animal grabs the arm bar. Rich comes back and picks Animal up and drops him down hard across the knee with an atomic drop. Animal gets up from that one. Tries for the drop kick, but Rich dodges out of the way of the drop kick, and it is Rich in control. Rich with a headlock and a takedown. Rich with a drop kick. Animal to his feet. Rich with a fireman's carry. Animal gets up from that one and fires back and just grabs Tommy Rich by the neck in a blatant chokehold, forcing Rich back into the corner and just choking him down. These Road Warriors are not afraid to bend the rules even a little bit, as Animal has taken control with his blatant chokehold, and he is going to continue choking down Tommy Rich in the corner. TRACY Smothers screaming at the referee to do something about it. And finally, Animal grabs Rich coming out of the ring and backdrops him up and down to the mat. Rich gets to his feet, and it is Rich who comes back, and oh, he stings Animal with a stunning right uppercut. That hard right hand from Tommy Rich has Animal seeing stars. Rich now hits another right uppercut, and Animal takes a powder and leaves the ring. We're going to have some out-of-the-ring action here. Both these men are A-rated out of the ring, so this could be a very interesting brawl between two guys who are not afraid to mix it up. And on a roll of 10, it is Tommy Rich who gets control, and he is going to smash Animal with a steel chair. That could lead to a disqualification. That's not going to happen. But after that chair shot, Tommy Rich losing his cool, but he is in control. Action comes back into the ring, and it's another pile driver from Tommy Rich, and down goes the Animal. Animal goes down. Rich with another stinging right uppercut. Animal's going to try and make the tag. He cannot get there. Here comes Tracy Smothers into the ring, and we're going to see another double team. And on a roll of 6, it is a high double neck breaker, and Animal goes down. Tracy Smothers is in control. As we've got Bleacher Bums Gaming in the chat room enjoying the match. This is a good match between two very good teams. Smothers now in control. What's he going to do? He's not going to let Animal get out of the ring. Instead, he is going to go with a slingshot drop kick. And Animal goes down, and Animal tumbles out of the ring this time. Animal out of the ring. Tracy Smothers is in pursuit, and Animal is going to be forced to come back into the ring to beat the 10 count as Tracy Smothers is in control. Smothers is going to go for the jawjacker. He hits the jawjacker. The pin count is 5 or lower. Animal kicks out of that one. But Smothers is in control, and things are looking a little tense now for the champions. Here's Tracy Smothers. What's Smothers going to do? He's not going to go out of the ring. He goes with a flying shoulder block, and that staggers the Animal. Smothers with a running cross body block. Animal still hurt. Smothers is going to go for a choice roll. He is going to go for a running lariat. He needs a roll of 8 or lower to hit that. He hits it. He didn't get all of it, though, and Animal is able to fire back with an elbow smash. Animal with the elbow smash. Animal follows up with a jumping elbow drop. And it is now Smothers who is hurt, and Animal is going to make the tag into Hawk as the fresher of the Road Warriors is back into the contest. Here's Hawk with a whip to the ropes. Smothers comes off the ropes. Hawk drops down. And Smothers comes off the opposite ropes. And this time on a roll of 10, it is Hawk with a big shoulder tackle that takes Smothers down to the canvas. Hawk, the big powerhouse, got the better of that collision. And it is Hawk now with another whip to the ropes as Smothers get to his feet. Hawk drops down again. And this time it is another big shoulder tackle. And once again it is Hawk who takes control. Hawk has about 40 pounds on Tracy Smothers, so when they collide in the center of the ring, that's good for Hawk and bad for Tracy Smothers. Hawk now with a drop kick. Great agility from the big man. Smothers staggers back and makes the tag back to Tommy Rich. Tommy Rich now taking on Hawk. Rich comes into the ring with a fireman's carry. Hawk down to the mat. Hawk back to his feet. Arm drag from Tommy Rich. Hawk fires back and goes to the eyes once again. Another eye gouge, and this time Tommy Rich was ready for it, and Tommy Rich grabs the arm of Hawk and bends him over into a wrist lock. We saw that eye gouge effective earlier in the match. Rich was ready for it this time and twists the arm of Hawk over into a wrist lock. Rich hits another stinging right uppercut. That right hand from Tommy Rich has done its damage to both opponents here in this match. Rich now with a drop kick. It is Hawk who fires back and tries for the boot to the face and nails the boot to the face. Rich fires back, grabs a headlock and takes Hawk over and down to the canvas again. Hawk tries for the tag, but he cannot get over to his side of the ring. And it is Tommy Rich with that wrist lock again. Hawk again unable to get over for the tag. And this time Tommy Rich with the whip to the turnbuckle. Hawk bounces off the turnbuckle, grabs the arm of Wildfire Rich and whips Tommy Rich across the ring to the opposite turnbuckle. And this time it is a big kick by Hawk that staggers Tommy Rich and takes him backwards a few steps into the ring. Back and forth we go, Hawk and Tommy Rich. Hawk now in control. He brings Animal into the ring, and it is a double clothesline. Both the Road Warriors smash Tommy Rich with the double clothesline, and he is staggered. And let's see, that is an add one move. So that will cost Tommy Rich another point of fatigue. Animal now in control. Animal with a flying shoulder ram. And that is going to take Rich down, and it is going to be Tommy Rich who rolls out of the ring. Once again, we go to the arena floor. And on a roll of 12. What is going to happen here? It is a spectacular move by the Animal. Animal goes to the ring apron, dives off the ring apron, and nails Tommy Rich with a flying clothesline on the arena floor, turning him inside out. And this could potentially lead to a count out. Rich is able to make it back into the ring on the count of 9, but he is in rough shape here, as Animal now is in control after that diving clothesline off of the apron onto the arena floor. And Animal has him up, and they're going to go for the Doomsday device. This is their special tag team finisher. TRACY Smothers is going to have to come in and try the pin save, as Tommy Rich has been turned inside out. And on a roll of 10, it is Hawk who intercepts TRACY Smothers. Animal makes the cover, and the pin is on an 8 or lower, single roll. And on a roll of 6, we have the pinfall. After a tremendous battle, it is the Doomsday device for Animal, getting him the victory over Tommy Wildfire Rich after a tremendous tag team title bout. All 4 men mixed it up, but it was the power of Animal. He went for broke with that flying clothesline off of the ring apron down to the arena floor. That was a big risk that Animal took, but that took the starch out of Tommy Rich and set him up for the Doomsday device and the pinfall victory for your winners, and still the Atlantic Tag Team Champions, Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors. All right, that is your finish of tonight's contest, as the Road Warriors successfully defend the Atlantic Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship with a very exciting win over the Wild-Eyed Southern Boys, Tommy Rich and TRACY Smothers. All right, everybody, thank you for joining us for today's match and for today's action. For those of you who celebrate Easter, I wish you all a blessed Easter. I will be back on the channel tomorrow with a Sunday edition of My Journey with Jesus, as we continue to discuss prayer and some tips and tricks to make your prayer life more productive. And thank you to everybody who came out tonight. Al Red Sox fan, Thomas Morgan, Salvador America, thanks for dropping by. Bleacher Bums Gaming was here. Thomas Morgan, as always, good to see Thomas. Captain Carl dropped by. And, of course, Steve Tower was here. Big Clue made an appearance in the chat room. So good turnout tonight. Lots of wrestling fans here on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network, and we appreciate each and every one of you for coming out tonight. So once again, from the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network, thank you for joining us. That's our stream, and I am out of here.